All right, adventurers, today we're going to dive into something really cool. It's a system that wants to shake up the classic tabletop experience, and it's called Dungeon Quest RPG. The whole idea? Putting your character's story right where it belongs, front and center.
So, let me ask you something. Have you ever sat down for a game night, looked at your character sheet, and just, your eyes glazed over? It feels like you're staring at a spreadsheet, right? Drowning in numbers, modifiers, and calculations. It can feel less like an adventure and more like, I don't know, homework.
Well, that's exactly the problem Dungeon Quest RPG is trying to solve. It's all about a more streamlined, narrative-driven journey. It's a game where your hero's story and your choices in the moment are the real stars of the show, not just a pile of abstract numbers.
So, let's get right into it. The entire system is built from the ground up to put the story first, and that journey begins with the most important part of any role-playing game, your hero.
The philosophy here is actually super simple, but it changes everything. Who your character is matters way more than a set of stats. Their background, where they come from, what they've learned, that's what actually defines what they can do in the world.
And here's the first big, bold move. This game completely does away with the classic 6 ability scores. So yeah, say goodbye to strength, dexterity, constitution, all of that. Instead, your character's abilities are woven directly into their identity.
So how does that work? Well, every hero is built on 3 main pillars. First step is your race, which is all about your lineage, your basic physiology. Then you have your society. This is your upbringing, the culture that shaped you. And finally, you've got your skills, which is your specialized training. It's the mix of these 3 things that really makes your character concept pop.
I mean, just look at a character like this awesome dwarf. He's not just a collection of pluses and minuses on a sheet. No, he's a product of his mountain home, his clan's traditions, his mastery of the axe. In this system, his backstory is his strength.
Let's make it a little more concrete. Say you want to play a half-orc. Great. Then you pick a society that fits your concept, like maybe you were raised in a barbarian tribe. Okay, cool. And from there, you can layer on skills like fighter, or hey, maybe even pirate. Each choice you make builds this really unique character with actual, tangible abilities.
And what's so amazing about this is the sheer variety you get from just a few key choices. You can create these wildly different heroes. You could have a fierce barbarian from a nomadic tribe, or a highly disciplined knight from a noble house. They're both defined by their story, not by sharing the same stat block.
All right, so you've built your hero. But let's be real, what's an adventure without a good fight, right? So how does combat work? Well, it's designed to be fast, tactical, and most importantly, to keep the story moving instead of grinding everything to a halt with a bunch of math.
Everything basically boils down to 2 core numbers. You've got your armor class, or AC, which is just how good you are at not getting hit, and then there's your combat proficiency, or CP. Think of it as your overall skill and training, and it's a simple bonus that just gets better as you level up. That's it.
And check out how easy it is to figure out your defense. You literally just look at a chart. Wearing heavy armor? Great, your AC is 17. Grab a shield? Add 2. Done, simple, clean, and you can get back to the action.
But here it is, the real game changer. The simultaneous combat round. Forget waiting around for your turn in initiative. Here, everyone declares what they're doing at the same time. Then, everyone rolls at the same time. The GM then resolves the beautiful chaos. If you and a bad guy swing at each other, whoever rolled higher lands the better hit. It feels like a scene from a movie, not a board game.
Of course, you can't have a big fantasy adventure without magic, right? So let's step into the mystical side of things, because Dungeon Quest RPG has a really vast and interesting approach to the arcane arts.
See, magic in this world isn't just one thing. It's this fundamental force that comes from all these different sources, with different styles, different philosophies, and they're all available for you to tap into.
It's broken down into 4 distinct flavors. You've got divine magic, which is power granted to you by the gods. There's eldritch magic, from forbidden pacts. Arcane magic is the stuff you learn through intense study. And then there's wild magic, raw, elemental, and incredibly dangerous.
And the power you can wield is just staggering. Take your arcane casters, for instance. These are the scholars who can literally command the elements, bending reality to their will, because they understand how it works.
But, and this is a big but, with great power comes great risk. Especially if you're messing around with wild magic. You might try to cast a simple little fire spell, and suddenly it erupts into a wild magic surge.
The magic just slips your control with totally unpredictable and often spectacular results. It's this incredible element of risk that makes magic feel, well, wild.
So, okay, you've built this amazing character, you've survived some crazy fights, you've slung some powerful spells. So, what's next? How do you get stronger? How does your legend actually grow?
And this might be my favorite part. The system completely throws out the old way of doing things. I'm talking no more XP grinding, no more killing 10 rats to level up. Here, you advance by achieving story milestones. It keeps everyone focused on what actually matters, the narrative.
What's so great about this is that every style of play gets rewarded. You get rewarded for overcoming a huge threat in combat, sure, but you also get rewarded for using your skills in a clever way to solve a puzzle or for completing a major part of a quest. Fighting, exploring, talking, it's all equally important to becoming a legend. So when you put it all together, the focus on your character's identity, the fast and cinematic combat, and a progression system that's tied directly to the story, Dungeon Quest RPG gives you all the tools you need to forge a truly epic tale. So, really, the only question left is, what legend will you create?